Joining us now, and she's right here, is OjyOkpe with stories trending around the world. Hello, Jinx.
Good morning and happy Friday.
Yes,
I've said good morning twice, I think 3 times, I think.
How
are you?
It's never two.
I know. Rufai, good morning.
Morning, Audrey. How's it going?
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Yeah. I'm doing well. Well, let's begin what's trending. The Governor of Rivers State, Nyesom Wike, has reacted to the former Governor of Anambra State, Peter Obi's exit from the People's Democratic Party. While speaking during a live interview on Thursday, Wike said that he wasn't surprised that Obi resigned from the party, boasting that he has never left the PDP since he joined in 1998. He insisted that there are internal party mechanisms to sort out whatever issues Obi had within the party. The outspoken governor has also criticized the immediate past Minister of Transportation, Rotimi Amaechi, and the immediate past Minister of State for Education, Emeka Nwajiuba, for aspiring to be president in 2023. While speaking at a political gathering in Oyo State on Tuesday, May 24th, Wike accused the ministers of having no conscience for seeking the presidency when there are issues within their ministries. Let's take a listen before we come back for a discussion.
Yeah, look at 42 people in that team last. Up to now, this is a country where you're a minister of transport. People died. The next day, you went and collected some for president. You're a minister of education. Schools are closed for how many months? The next day, you went and collected fund to the president. I've never seen a country like this. No conscience, no conscience. No conscience.
Well, I say, Dr. Amaechi, I think he should just give up this presidential aspiration and become a comedian. He cracks me up. I don't know if you watched that live interview yesterday where he talked about Peter Obi's exit. I mean, it was unbelievable, some of the things that he said, Dr. Amaechi.
Well, the thing to say is that, look, Mr. Peter Obi is in a position to make up his mind and make his own choices, and he's an adult. Okay, so it is not in Governor Wike's place to dictate to Peter Obi what political choices he should make. So I think he should respect his fundamental human right in that regard. And also, just to show that it's not about being a life member of the party, because he say, the PDP is in our blood. I've been there since the beginning of the party in 1998, and people like us will not leave the party. Well, that's neither here nor there. Peter Obi leaving the party, I saw a report saying that, look, on account of that alone, or of his exit alone, the PDP is going to lose a lot of votes, particularly in the Southeast. Well, that may be an exaggeration. But what we know, of course, is that the PDP seems to be imploding a little bit in the Southeast, particularly in Anambra, where in the senatorial primaries, some of the persons who should have been part of it had to withdraw and petition. They have gone ahead to also petition the chairman of the party, in Abuja. And this will include Valentine Ozigbo, who was a gubernatorial candidate in the last election. Honorable Valentine Ayeka, has also withdrawn. And what they are saying is that the party has been hijacked by some people. They too were talking, they were echoing Mr. Peter Obi, talking about developments, unsavory developments within the party. So I don't think it's fair to just dismiss Peter Obi's exit like that by a man himself who is seeking the presidential ticket. He was also quoted as having dismissed Rotimi Amaechi and Emeka Nwajiuba in the APC, who are running for presidency. And his argument is that, look, it looks like not having a good conscience. A day after the killing of about 42 people in the Abuja-Kaduna train incident, the Minister of Transport, as he then was, Rotimi Amaechi, went and took presidential form. He said schools have been shut down for more than 70-something days, and yet what was important to the Minister of State for Education, Emeka Nwajiuba, was to go and collect a presidential nomination form. Well, I mean, these people have, their own choices to make. And there may well be people who may agree with him and say that should not be the next thing. But they've made their choice, they've made their choice. However, at that event in Osun State, in Oyo, He made, some other useful comments. One, that he believes in federalism, and he thinks that security will be much better if we embrace the idea of state police. And he also talked about restructuring. So, I think going forward, maybe Governor Wike should just stick to the themes, to ideas, rather than, attacking this person, attacking that person. Those persons will have no influence one way or the other on the delegates list. He should be more concerned about the ideas that he wants to sell and his vision for Nigeria, not this one-upmanship, this engagement with melodrama, that is neither here nor there.
Rufai.
Governor Wike attacks everybody. We know he likes to attack a lot of people. He said a lot of things. But there are always two sides to a story. Yes, there's a point about people not being empathetic enough by picking up forms. I still feel to a large extent that Minister Nwajiuba and Rotimi Amaechi, former Minister Rotimi Amaechi, I still think, hey, what is happening here? Why would you pick up a form? Well, you can't even solve the problem in your ministry. Is that how to solve the problem of Nigeria in the first place? And we didn't see leadership as regards that Kaduna train incident. We saw politicians being concerned about politics alone. Until date, isn't it funny that we've gone through a huge electoral, a primary cycle, campaigning for the primaries. Now we're already at that point where the primaries will be held. The people are still in captivity. They've not been released. And we didn't hear anything. We don't even know what's wrong with the Ministry of Transport now. Who is even taking over? Who's in charge? We don't know. And that's the lack of leadership we see in Nigeria. Even the case with Minister Nwajiuba, the same thing. We've not been able to crack ASU all this while. And it's still in the same country. We are hearing some people allegedly stole 80 billion. The Accountant General of the Federation. And if Governor Wike is speaking, a lot of people will say, okay, his own anointed successor that won the PDP primaries, EFCC is looking for him. They are saying allegedly he has to come and answer for over 400 billion that has been stolen. So when you look at it, you see the trail these politicians leave behind. Then you ask, what's the hope for Nigeria? Which way Nigeria? Because even the politician that is accusing another politician, when you look at it, finger points at him too in return. What has he been able to do? He's running, there's high unemployment rate in his state, and the likes. So these are the issues we are talking about. And as for the case of Peter Obi, he's got a chance to make his decision. A lot of people might think, oh yeah, he'll never amount to anything. Like I said yesterday, time will tell. In fact, I was reading an op-ed this morning that said, oh, Peter Obi shouldn't have even been part of the PDP in the first place. If he preaches this politics of frugality and piety and all of that, now why should he go to the PDP in the first place? Why should he join the Hawks, as somebody called it in the op-ed? But the question is, time will unravel a lot of things. It's good for political history. Maybe it will be a good decision or a bad decision. Time will tell. Everybody's got a chance to make his decision. All right. But one thing is certain. Please, in all of this politicking going on, let's always think about the problems facing the people. Because I think, to a large extent, the politicians don't even spare a thought for what the people are going through, the hardship and the pain. The fact that on Children's Day, we've got over 18 million children out of school in this country.
Well said, Rufai. We'll take another story. A video showing the First Lady of Kogi State, Rashida Bello, sharing bundles of cash to her domestic staff made the rounds on social media on Thursday. The video is coming just a few months after the First Lady reportedly gifted vehicles to some of her staff. Well, let's take a look at the video before we come back for a discussion.
So, by the grace of God, we're going to do 1 million.
Oh, well, she appears to be a generous First Lady, Dr. Abati. I've heard some of her, philanthropic efforts. But I believe, I wish this video was coming today and she was seen giving children money as opposed to, I don't know. This just looks to me, a bizarre situation. I don't know what your thoughts are.
Well, as long as it is her money she's spending, I don't think we can moralize about, she being generous to staff. And of course, this is much better than the story of some first ladies that we have heard who are very toxic, who go about slapping anybody in sight, in and out of office, okay? So to see the example of a first lady who has very good rapport with her domestic staff, I think is in order. With the caveat that I hope it's her money, personal funds that she's using. But what is even more important is that in the reports we're told that the Kogi First Lady runs a foundation, a philanthropic foundation, and that Mrs. Rashida Bello has been, responsible for giving scholarship awards to students. Okay, so if you are trying to tie it to Children's Day, we're told that he's sponsoring quite a number of Kogi indigents through school, and that she also has a special scheme for widows, whom she supports on a regular basis. So it's better to have a smiling, friendly first lady instead of toxic, staff slapping, in and out of office first ladies. I will not name names.
You don't have to. Fine.
That's about the name names. Good one, good gestures.
Yeah.
But I started researching after I saw this video. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think a governor earns about 12 million per annum in this country. That comes down to about 2 million thereabout, or 1-point-something million per annum as a governor's salary per month. How did we get the money? We should ask questions. Yeah, we can keep putting the caveats as long as it's their money. But the question is, people had asset declaration before they came into office. Let us also check that, because you see, we should not mitigate societal accountability on the platform of charity. Because in this same Kogi state, people are earning half salaries. Go and check. There are copious notes and stories about people getting 20%, 30%, 40% of their salaries only per month in Kogi State. In fact, there's a story that came out that says local government employees are paid as meager as 26,000 naira monthly in Kogi State. So you wonder, why is it that people can't earn their full salaries in Kogi State? And we are seeing charity. I'm not saying charity is not good. But you see, there are many workers in Kogi State that all they want, the true charity for them, will be that their salary is complete. But most of them, their salaries have not been complete in the last 5 years. And correct me if I'm wrong. Go out there, research this. So the gesture is good. But do we have a greater sense of accountability as regards the welfare of the people in the state? Do we have a greater sense? Because you see, I want a country where the largesse and the dividends of democracy can be spread across board. In that video, what I saw, the largesse and the dividends of democracy is only incumbent on the proximity to power, how close you are to the First Lady. But if we are building a true country where you don't even need to know people in power for you to enjoy, where the hospitals work, where salaries of government officials are paid on time so they can plan for their lives, where healthcare work, where the roads work, where the emergency response agencies work. And that's when we'll have built a good society. Charity is good, but accountability is even better for me.
We'll take another story. The Lagos State Governor, Babajide Sanwo, on Thursday secured the governorship ticket of the All Progressives Congress for the 2023 general election. He was declared winner of the primary held at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena in Lagos Island. Well, here is a video showing the governor celebrating the victory with his entourage, dancing to Kiss Daniel's Buga. Well, while in Sierra Leone, a video of the country's First Lady, Fatima Madabio, showing off her dance skills has gone viral. In the video posted on our official Instagram, the First Lady was also seen dancing to the popular song Buga, in what she described as a celebration dance for when her husband returns home from a trip. Let's take a look. Oh, Dr. Amaechi, I feel she totally killed that dance. Now, I want you to compare Sanwo or the First Lady of Sierra Leone. No, you have to do it.
No, there's no reason for competition.
She killed it.
People have their own style.
No, I'm just kidding. Of course, it's a beautiful dance challenge.
But the
that's
person
gone
to
viral.
celebrate, really, is a young man who has turned this particular song into where these entertainment reporters, they use the word banger, whatever that means. What they mean is that, Oluwatobi Loba Daniel Anedugbe from Abeokuta, by the way, has shown great talent, either in selling out all the seats at the O2 Arena in London, or in producing back-to-back, top hits. And I think that, himself and some of the other people, including the Odogu himself, Burna Boy, Wizkid, Davido, and the whole of that set, they are doing great things. And each time we see them, producing a good hit, one is encouraged that there is future for this country. The future in politics may be a bit dim, but in terms of the creativity of the average Nigerian, in terms of the industry of the average Nigerian, there is great hope. This same Kiss Daniel was the same young man that produced Woju, Woju, and that was also another great hit. And now he has come with let me see you, Buga.
You have to go.
Let me see you, Buga.
You have to do the Buga.
No, I don't want to dance on television. No.
We have to show Rufai dancing. Buga. Yeah, he did it. All right, I'm taking you both out tonight. Well, thank you all for your great analysis.
Thank you very much,
Well, that's all I have for you on What's Trending today. I'll see you all next week.